while before I learned the alphabet. Small flames in red glass. One for the pit beneath my bed. One for the watcher in the rafters. One for the hand that wrote my name inside a book I never touched. At 7 I was told the ceiling kept a record. Every lie, every locked bathroom door, every thought that arrived during the hymn. I watched wax crawl down the brass and wondered why mercy needed witnesses. A woman pressed a taper into my palm. She said fear was proof that I could still be saved. The wick bent sideways, hot wax crossed my thumb. I did not cry, I watched the blister rise during the sermon. Tonight the same eye awaits, the painted eyes look down. I carry no prayer, only water, and a breath I have kept for years. I blew out every candle, one warning at a time. The sage by the doorway vanished first, then the beast behind the shrine. No hand reached through the darkness, no punishment arrived. I stood where they had frightened me and heard my breathing sound like mine. For the teacher who described the furnace, for the uncle who smiled when I flinched, for the winter retreat with the locked dormitory and the girl beside me whispering that doubt was a sickness. I remember her knees on the cold stone. I remember counting cracks while she confessed. I remember thinking that the thunder outside was kinder than the voice asking what she had done to deserve herself. The candle shook when the old doors moved. Rain pushed beneath them in a silver line. I stepped across it with wet shoes and left dark prints between the pews. There were more flames than faces, more rules than days I had lived. I pinched one wick between two fingers. The smoke curled against my skin. Nothing marked me, nothing opened below. I blew out every candle, each threat became a thread of smoke. The angel above the transept disappeared and judgment lost its throat. No choir rose to stop me, no hidden judge replied. I stood inside the quiet and let the building lose its eyes. The final row waited near the altar. 12 thin flames, 12 little sentences. You will beg when the end comes, you will wish you had obeyed. You will crawl back through those doors. You will find that love was never free. I took them slowly, the first beside a chipped stone lamp, the second under a dead moth, the third with wax pooled around a coin, the fourth while rain made the red glass tremble. 5, 6, 7, no revelation. 8, 9, 10, only the smell of warm metal. 11, and the room became almost honest. The last flame stood inside a blue cup, small enough to cover. I saw my childhood face inside it, mouth closed, shoulders raised, waiting for the threat. can go now. I blew out the final candle, and the dark did not consume me. It closed the doors behind the world and made the whole cathedral private. No throne remained above me, no mouth remained to warn. I stood inside the night I chose, with no salvation to perform. I blew out every candle, and nothing sacred broke. The windows held their colors, the rafters kept the smoke. The dark was not an ending, it was a room without demands, calm enough to hear my heartbeat, still enough to understand. I was never lost, I was never waiting. I was a child beneath 100 flames, and now there is one darkness, and it is quiet, and it is mine. Morning found the candles cold, a cleaner open side door. She saw the aisle, she saw the smoke, she saw me sitting on the altar step with both hands resting loose. She did not ask what I believed, she placed her keys beside me and sat until the thunder passed.